Today, ladies and gentlemen, for me it's good afternoon. For some of you, maybe good evening. For others, it may be good middle of the night. We are later today, but because we're later, we're going to try and be better. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello everybody, welcome back to vidIQ, the YouTube tool and channel that aims to educate you on your YouTube journey. My name is Rob, and every single week on Tuesdays at certain times, whenever we can fit it in, we audit your channels. I'm going to be straight with you this week, folks. We couldn't do a live stream at the usual time of 11 AM PST or PDT. I can never remember the time zones here in the western part of the United States and Canada, because my power was switched off by the Canadian Electric Board, and I had to wait until 2 PM for them to turn it back on. So that's why we're a little late this week, so I do apologise for that. Hopefully normal service will be resumed, but we'll try and audit as many channels as we can this week, along with a couple of special announcements in this live stream, so please don't go away. As always, I would not be able to do any live streams without the guest with the best, who goes by the name of Travis. Don't introduce yourself just yet. I'm going to give everybody your special introduction that looks a little bit like this. And now you can say hello to everyone, Travis.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to another day here. We're having fun. Doing it big! Oh, no, what is today? Tuesday? It's
Tuesday. We're doing it big every day, whatever it is.
Yes, always doing it big. Hope everyone's having a great day. Looking forward to doing some channels today. And I know that some of you who normally can't be here live during the earlier part of the day, this might be one of the first times you've been here with us, so welcome.
It is very possible. This might be more convenient for our Australian and New Zealand watchers. I don't know if there's anybody watching in Australia or New Zealand. Let me know what time it is and if it's better for you. But for people in the UK, it's going to be 11 o'clock at night. For people in India, it's going to be about 2 AM in the morning. So I do appreciate that for many of you it might not be quite appropriate. However, let's say hello to everybody who's joining the live stream today. And that includes Regrion 16, Jason McNeil, Finny Viporg, Elijah Solario, Master 980, Roblox Aspect, Tinkerman Mick, Paul Peck Drywall, thank you very much for moderating as you always do, really much appreciated. Generic Waffle is in the house as usual. We've also got Thomas R in here. Vegasm is here as well. I'm having to say that one very carefully as I pronounce it. George on the Rocks, XSLFZ. Wow, channel names which are just all letters that you have to pronounce independently are really a struggle. In which case, I'm going to hand you over to our most awesome username pronouncer when it's going really fast in the chat, Travis. Who else are we saying hello to? We
got Awesome Flyers, Sam Gamer Official, Big Ryan 16, Clark. We got Bryson Williams, Psychotic Wook, Zaynet, Awesome Flyer. I don't know if I just said that. And then of course there's the Flood, TikTok Dreams, and Thick Recruit.
Hello everybody who's joining us here on the vidIQ live stream on this Tuesday. Let me just quickly tell you what happens every single Tuesday here on this live stream. We audit your channels. You submit it in the description and we take a look. I'll apologize in advance for the people who joined the stream early. I put in the wrong descriptions and I only fixed it about half an hour ago. But now the link is in the video description. And how we generally do this is that Travis and I will pre-pick some channels so that we've got a nice broad scope of channels before we start to do the random stuff. And there's a special surprise as well in the random generator this week. I don't know why, but the tool has changed and it's quite fascinating. We'll see that later on in the show. So we'll be taking random channels. So if you submit now, you still have a chance to get your channel audited. Do not ask for reviews in the chat. We are not looking at the chat. We don't have time. You won't get selected. You may be put in timeout. Thank you to all of our moderators in advance who look after the chat for us. Super chats, while very welcome as a financial donation to the channel, does not guarantee you an audit because we don't want to create a financial barrier to this service. If you submit your channel, expect constructive criticism. For example, if you submit your channel and you haven't made any videos in 6 months, we're going to cane you for it. Or if you're ignoring all of the advice that we give you and everybody else gives you, we'll cane you for that because we expect you to want to grow your channel on YouTube and build an audience. So if, for example, you're making videos and that's what you want to do, that's fine, but we're going to look at it from an audience perspective. If you do not get your channel selected this week, then we have a fantastic tool that I want to show you, which is when Travis and I, not being robots, can't audit your channel and we don't have time, then if you download the vidIQ Chrome extension, down the left-hand side here, we have this channel audit button that goes pazzow and gives you all of this information 24/7 on your channel. And I'm delighted to see that we are in the green right now. We're up 180% of views, 200% watch time. Woohoo! Well done. We're doing nicely. Thank you very much. And it's because we're doing a lot of stuff on copper right now, which is a huge topic, the FTC. And one of the things that this tool shows you is where you're getting all your views from. So we're getting a lot of views from other copper videos. They're all generating this huge influx of interest and news. And that's why we're going to continue to try and serve you that information as much as we can, which is why I'm doing as much as I can. But we'll move on to other YouTube stuff later on. But yeah, this tool tells you everything, what you're doing right, where you're getting your views from in terms of searches, content that could use a little work, what's missing on your channel, so on and so on. It is an exhaustive report card on your channel. Check it every couple of days if you download the vidIQ Chrome extension. And we wouldn't be complete this week without a special, I'm going to call it Turquoise Tuesday offer, because it's not Black Friday yet, but we have already launched our Black Friday offer. It's not that screen, it's that screen that looks a little bit like this. We are giving you 40% off. That's right, 40% off any upgrade to vidIQ. So if you go from free to pro, if you go from pro to boost, you will get 40% off up to an entire year. This is valid from now until December the 2nd, which I think is Cyber Monday. Valid on upgrades only, excludes enterprise plans, not valid with any other coupon or discount. If you've used a promo code in the past, or if you have any problems applying this discount, contact support at vidIQ.com to help upgrade you to 40% off. This will not happen again throughout the year. We're not one of these services that kind of fools you into thinking that we're going to have other Black Friday sales. If you want vidIQ at the cheapest price possible right now, then this is your opportunity to take it. 40% off, and you'll get the channel audit tool completely unlocked, as I've shown you in just now, and all of the other tools, dozens of tools to help you grow your channel. So do make sure to check out that if you want a piece of the Black Friday action. Going back to what we do in the audits today, which is completely free, our opinions are based off of first impressions. So if we are looking at your channel and we can't work out what it is, imagine what your audience is trying to do when they're less invested and have less time to try and work out what your channel is about. And of course, we're going to make lots of suggestions, advice, and so will other YouTube growth experts. We suggest that you test, because sometimes tactics work, sometimes they don't. But as long as you're testing them all, you can work out what works best for your channel. And with all of that being said from me, Travis, I believe you have a little extra incentive for all of those people who are on the live stream chat now and maybe want to take their discussion further with vidIQ. Where might they be able to take that?
So, just for the people in chat, I'm going to tell you a quick secret, just a small secret. It's only going to be good for one day. I've made it so that it's only good for one day. If you look in the description below and you're in the Discord, we actually have a vidIQ Discord, but it's just between us, me and you, everyone who's in chat. If you want to join it, it's in the link in the description below. Go there quick. There are lots of people there. We're talking about all the things, including things that sometimes between videos may give you more questions. For example, today, Rob released an incredible video about COPPA, and let me tell you, we have discussions about that in Discord right now. If you're interested, link is in the description below.
Travis, you almost had on your sexy, seductive voice on there. It was like the ASMR version of Travis. I was getting. I'm not going to use that word. I was getting really interested, and I think I'm going to click on that link, and we're going to all get involved in the Discord conversation. So yeah, that's an exclusive to you. It expires in 24 hours, so do check it out if you want to talk about more YouTube stuff once we finish this live stream. With all that being said, Travis, are you ready for some audit action? If I press share there, can you see my screen?
Yes, indeedy.
You can. All right. The first channel we're going to audit is another person who I think, if I have set this up, yes, I have. So every week people do intros that are fantastic for us. Like Travis has already got his own, which is fantastic. I don't think that could be bettered. I've got intros such as this. This came from one of the creators from a couple of weeks ago, and then somebody also submitted this one. I think last week. I think this was Alexi and his paragliding channel. But we've got another one this week, and this comes from Tombow, and it's for both of us, Travis. So if you're watching on the live stream and there's a little bit of a delay, check out this. I think this one's fantastic. It's both of us, and this is our intro to channel audits. How cool is that? I almost want to put on the 1960s Batman theme tune as that spins into the screen, like Travis, have you seen it yet? Has it appeared for you?
I just now came up.
There you go.
I saw it. It looks cool.
So, and that submission came from the first channel we're going to audit this week, which is Tombow. Travis, I'm going to let you lead with this one just as I fix your screen at the bottom here. What type of channel are we looking at?
Well, allegedly, according to the banner, it's FIFA content. I appreciate that Tombow let us know right off the bat what type of content he's doing. It says,
appreciate it, Tombow.
It literally says FIFA content. Now, interestingly, the background of the banner is just black. Like, it doesn't necessarily make you think of FIFA or soccer. Or
soccer,
football. Yeah. So I would change that right away, especially if that's your content. And looking at your videos, that does indeed appear to be the case. You are doing FIFA content. Let's see, Premier League game. Now, this is the video game, right? It's not. Yes, okay. It looks like a video game because sometimes you never know, right?
Well, I had a quick look at some of the videos, and the Premier League Game Week 12 ones are not actually from the FIFA game. That's when matches are going live in the Premier League in real life, and he's covering like the scores. It's for people in the UK, if you think of like Soccer Saturday or BBC, what's it called, Final Score, where you've just got pundits in a studio talking about the games. That's kind of what he's doing. It's almost like a live stream of him talking about the scores and like what's going on. So there's a bit of FIFA, but there's also a bit of general Premier League soccer involved in there as well. So a mix of the two.
Okay, so and one of the things that we always talk about is if you're going to do a couple of things on the channel, make sure that they're tied together in some way.
Yeah,
in some
correct.
Way.
Yeah.
And I think these are strongly tied together. I think it's pretty safe.
I agree. Yeah.
So that's perfectly fine. I mean, some people might go, well, commentary versus games. No. It's all about the same type of sport. So I can appreciate that. So the one thing we talk about a lot, and we try to change here on our own live streams, is the thumbnail being different for live streams is great. However, each of the live stream thumbnails are exactly the same. So the only thing kind of changing there is the game week 12, 11. Which in and of itself is probably fine because we found a couple times, Rob, I know you've seen this before, where a specific title strategy, just changing one or two words seems to work. So I'm okay with that. But maybe it makes more sense to switch up those thumbnails a little bit. Other than that, how many goals can you score in one game? The thumbnail's like so far away, I can't see anything about what's going on. It would be cooler if there was a close-up screenshot of a goalie trying to catch a soccer ball. Like, I think that would be a much cooler kind of thumbnail. The title is cool. I actually like the concept behind it. So that would be kind of interesting to see, like, how many he scored. Let me watch that. So that I think is great. Let's see, accepting every transfer on FIFA. So I don't know what that. See, the thing is, it's cut off, right? So I don't know exactly what that entire video is. You need to catch people very early on in the title so they know what it is and what it is they're going to be getting, just in case it gets cut off, because sometimes people won't try to look at what the rest of the title is. Remember, anytime they see any of these thumbnails, they're surrounded by other thumbnails from other creators, whether it be in the sub feed, the home feed. So if yours doesn't grab them right away, you're not winning the click. On the other hand, I do like the yellow ones. Unfortunately, it looks like we're back to the same type of thumbnail. So, again, the problem with this is, if let's say, for example, I watch the Wolves career mode, and then that comes up again, I don't realize it's a different video. I think it's the one I've already seen. I might just, skip over it. So when that happens, if people skip over videos enough times, they end up not being recommended to them very much at all. And then now you've got subscribers that aren't even seeing your videos. So I would recommend trying to change those thumbnails whenever you can. But overall, Tombow, pretty good job.
couple of things I would like to add. I think you're, in terms of this weekly thing that the channel is doing, these covering the scores, like I said, maybe changing the thumbnail. What you could do is probably get the logos from the football teams and maybe switch them around, like who versus who, because that's going to change every single week. And also what I might think about doing is maybe adding one of the matches per week, like the biggest match that's happening during the week. So it might be Premier League game week 11, featuring Liverpool versus Crystal Palace might be an example, so that you've got a very recent popular keyword at that moment while the live stream's taking place, because it looks as if you're doing 2-hour live streams, and even though you might be only getting like 200 views, if you imagine like maybe that might equate to like 10 to 20 concurrent viewers over the course of 2 hours, that's a lot of watch time for a channel with only 80 subscribers. I think that's something that you can want to maybe work on a bit more. I agree with you, Travis. I like the idea of these unique challenges in FIFA, but the thumbnails need to capitalize on that. And then you had this career mode on with Wolves football team, and it was building momentum, like 3,000 views, 600 views, 300 views, 350 views, and then you stopped. I was just wondering, why did you stop doing that? Because I think your audience was continuing to watch that sort of stuff. So lots of strands of testing going on that seem to be working, but maybe you're just not executing them just right at this moment. But there you are, Tombow. That's our channel audit for you. And stick around, because I think we're going to be auditing another football channel, which is kind of doing something similar to you, but being a lot more successful at it. But I'm not sure how they're doing it correctly, but we're going to take a look at that in a few channels. Next one we're going to do is, I've got my next channel bell. There we are, that is working this week. We look at this one, which is Beyblade Cruzi. This was the first channel to submit this week, and I always try and audit the first channel. However, Beyblade Cruzi, I'm going to give you a bit of a hard time on this channel, because you have 1,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. But when I look at your content, I'm seeing Beyblade Burst OST, original soundtrack. I understand that to mean. And they all look as if they're original soundtrack. So my question to you is this content just soundtracks taken from a video game? And when I clicked on the About section, I think you confirm that by saying, I'm the first YouTuber to rip Beyblade Burst original soundtrack. So are you just going to be in all sorts of potential copyright issues if this channel ever succeeded? And this is in no way, shape or form original content, which means that to monetize it might be very difficult. So there's all sorts of concerns here I have with your channel. But it was the first channel that was submitted, so I wanted to quickly mention it. Any other thoughts here, Travis? I mean, they've got a good idea, but I just think you can't really do this type of thing on YouTube and expect to grow a channel and not be found out at some point.
I mean, yeah, you will be. Even if you're not now, you will be eventually. Now, I don't know how aggressive Beyblade is on their IP, but
yeah, that's a question, isn't it?
One day, like you can go 2 years and no one ever says anything, and then one day they can strike down your entire channel. So, if it was me, I would be like, it's fine. Maybe you don't get any for another month, and then maybe next month you get get claimed. Now, having said that, if they're just copyright claimed, it's not the end of the world. You're not going to lose your channel. And for audio stuff, that's generally what happens. Is that they get claimed and you just won't get any money. And then at that point, if you're just doing it for the love of it, great.
That is true. Yeah, that is true.
You're not going to make any money.
Yeah, that is also true.
But that's okay. So if that's your deal, then more power to you. There's tons of channels like that. It would be smarter if you would reach out to them directly and see if you can work a deal, because at some point they will figure it out. But really up to you. I don't think you'll lose your channel over it because it's audio. If it was like, I don't know, like the cartoon or something, I assume there's a cartoon.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a different story. But audio, it'll probably just get claimed and you just won't be able to make any money. Yeah, no big deal.
Another question I want to ask at this point, and this is going to be a broad question that we're going to ask of all channels that we audit from here on in.
Yeah.
Copper and the FTC. You've probably seen some videos from us and others about whether or not a channel is directed at kids or not. So what Travis and I are going to do now is give you our, as educated as best as we can, we are not lawyers, do not take this as a legal advice, opinion on whether each of these channels is directed at kids. So my thoughts on this one are, it's about a I guess characters, Beyblades. That sounds like because I really don't know anything about it other than I think it's these little toy things that spin around and there's a potential game out of it. I would probably class this as directed at kids. Travis, what do you think?
Beyblades, I'm 99% sure it is.
Right then.
Again, at the end of the day, this doesn't mean that you can't do this on YouTube. I think there's a conception of a perception that if you do kids content, you can't be on YouTube. That's totally not true. There's also a perception that people think that you can't monetize it. That's also not true. Now, your monetization will be substantially different than it would be if you could fully monetize it in the normal way. And your ability to be found by people will also be dictated by that. Now, it might just be soundtracks, but that doesn't matter. If the FTC comes across it and says, well, we know Beyblades are toys for kids that tend to be under 13, and everything about Beyblades is something that kids under 13 want, then your channel is a kids channel. And you can try to say, oh, it's not. Doesn't matter. If the FTC says it is, then it is. End of story. Please drive around.
And this is, and of course, we're not saying that this would definitely happen one way or the other.
Not necessarily.
We're just spitballing because it's a big topic right now. And I guess we'll just quickly go back to the first channel. This Tombow one FIFA. I guess this is a little more nuanced because FIFA, it appeals to both children under 13, but it appeals to a massive audience over 13. So it might be more general audience. That is another big topic that's starting to surface about copper. But I would be more, I'm not quite sure about this one.
I don't think this one would be as bad. I think that's probably fine. And again, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to think, well, it's because it's not really for kids. But here's the thing. The people that will be making this decision will not be highly educated in this. So while you think, well, it's pretty obvious, anyone knows that. No, the people that are making these decisions don't know. They're not going to do a whole bunch of research. They're just going to make a decision. So you can bury your head in the sand if you like. Feel free. But the people that are going to be coming through and making these decisions will not be as educated as you. They will not really care to hear too much of what you have to say because they have too many of these channels to go through, and they're going to move through. And I'm not saying that to scare you. I'm just being very real. That's what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah, I guess machine learning plus people who have got to go through hundreds of channels potentially a day. You are going to get to a point where like you're making almost like these snap decisions based on checkpoints rather than somebody subscribing to the channel and watching hours of content to try and understand. Like PewDiePie,
going,
I guess.
No, it's not. Yeah, no, that's not the way it's going to work.
I mean, it could be like PewDiePie gets hit by copper because he talks about the 9-year-old army. And it's a bit more complicated than that.
He does 19 now.
Let's move on to the next channel then. We've got Yellow Watermelons, English videos for kids. All right, well, this one gets hit by copper in the FTC already. Thank you very much. We can deal with that. But what about the channel itself? 4,500 subscribers, or 4,200 subscribers. Okay, so it's English videos for kids. So I assume it's about learning a language, simple bits of English. Very bright colours. This gives off very much a kid's feeling straight away. Wild zoo animals, toy babies, mom learn animal English, learning colours with wild zoo, animal sounds, learn colours. So many of the titles being repeated in the videos, and it seems to have generally consistent traction between 400 and 1,000 views for most videos. You've got closed captions on each of these videos as well, which is good. I guess this might be a case of, if it is supposed to be an English is it English language to teach people English, or is it just English videos for kids? Because my thought is, I mean, we don't often say this, and Travis may disagree with me on this, but maybe these thumbnails do need words in the thumbnails because you're trying to educate them on different colours or different zoo animals. So I don't know if that's maybe worth including in your thumbnails. Travis, just give us your thoughts. I'm going to quickly go to your about section and then we'll go back to the thumbnails.
Yeah, it's hard to know exactly. It says English videos for kids. We love making videos for kids. Our team is knowledgeable skills to teach children of the world.
Here we go. So yeah, learning basic English. So it's to do with learning basic English language, it would look like.
Yeah, then the question is this looks very much aimed at kids at that point. I mean, it's obvious that it is. So then the question is, I love the bright colors. That's great. I think it's exactly what's needed for this type of thing, because kids are going to click on that. And then also learn colors with Wild Zoo. I think the titling kind of makes sense as well. Learn animal names and that sort of thing. I think that all makes sense for this particular niche. And yeah, I mean, words across it would probably not be the end of the world. I think that's probably, I think what you're saying is pretty accurate there, because that way you can say like, learn to count or something like that. That just kind of
I'm just scrolling through the thumbnails. This crocodile character seems to crop up a lot. And,
yeah, actually, it's the same thumbnail.
Ham puppets.
Some of these are exact same thumbnails, I'm noticing.
Yeah. But yeah, everything generally seems okay. I guess my question would be, so here's something that's really interesting. Look at this. So 8 months ago, this channel was getting a couple of thousand views, 30,000 views, 16,000 views, 150,000 views. Wow. And then it's almost as if from this video to this video, bang, was this the dreaded suppressing of kids content that this channel was hit by?
I think that's exactly what it was. That's about the time that happened. I don't know if it was 8 months ago, but it was around summertime, July, I think.
Yeah.
Around that time-ish.
Some of these are okay though, like a couple more. Oh no, so there's some here actually recovering 165,000. So I'm guessing maybe when the videos do pop, it's like evergreen content. You're just waiting for YouTube to maybe surface it through search and discovery, which is always a good strategy. But certainly in the last month or so, the views have gone down even more. It's just a really difficult area of kids content right now, and it's going to get even more complicated once Copper really kicks into effect at the beginning of next year.
That is what I'm really interested in, is seeing how some of these, especially some of the bigger channels, like what actually happens, because there actually is kind of an escape hatch, I think, which would be YouTube Kids, right?
Yeah.
So you should just be able to promote videos through there, ideally. Instead of them just going away altogether. But I don't really know.
So I think in summary, what we have to say with this channel is we've got no particular issues with it. I mean, the thumbnails seem very effective. The titles seem to be the strategy of the title seems to be good. I mean, maybe if you want to niche down a little bit, is it colors that really work with your audience? Is it animals? Is it vegetables? Is it one of those areas? Like if you sort by most popular, is there one thing that works more? Let's have a look. See, it is, so the most popular one is colors here with wild zoo animals, but then with real animals, fruits and numbers. So there doesn't seem to be a particular pattern in terms of animals or colors or Pokemon. So I think keep experimenting, but yeah, just be aware of Copper and the FTC, what's going on there. And I think you've already noticed that your views have been hit a little bit by that, and make sure that you have other opportunities and avenues available on other platforms if you feel as if this is not going to work in the long term. I just want to have a look at the video length as well. Yeah, because there tend to be less than 2 minutes, most of them. Some of them have like 5 minutes here. Is there any difference in video length? Like when you were more successful, the videos were a little longer. There's a couple here which were 4 minutes, which seems to be a little better. One here, 18 minutes, which was really successful. So maybe just trying to do longer videos again. Maybe try experimenting with that. Checking the audience retention, watch time, see if there's any patterns there as well. I'm not going to lie to you, Yellow Watermelon. You're in a tough situation along with lots of other kids content creators. We do wish you the best of luck. Just don't give up on YouTube just yet. There's a lot happening. Hopefully in like 6 to 9 months things will work themselves out, like an adpocalypse and all of the scares before. Eventually things seem to have settled down, and hopefully we'll do with this drama as well. Next channel is Denvelop Over. Okay, so this is the other football channel, which was interesting to me, Travis, because they have nearly 4,000 subscribers, and if you just look at the thumbnails by themselves, when it says Aston Villa 2 Newcastle 0 live football watch along, on the face of it, from the thumbnails and the titles, that makes me think, oh, is this just a live stream of a game? In which case you're probably breaking all sorts of potential copyright and broadcasting footage which isn't yours. However, when you go into the videos themselves, I'm just going to quickly go into this one, for example, and I need to mute it very quickly. It's a chap just, I guess, talking to their live stream audience as the game is played, with maybe a little bit of commentary as well. So as far as I'm aware, there isn't any copyright being broken here, which is fine. And what you're doing is that you're using these keywords, which are going to be very popular, trending for a couple of hours. And I think that's a really interesting way of doing things. And it seems to be working for your content in the terms of, you got nearly 4,000 subscribers, but some of these videos get like 9,000 views, 33,000 views, 6,000 views. So there's something really interesting going on there. So going back to the Tombow channel, you may want to think about how you may want to tweak the titles a little bit so that they're in line with what's going on here. What are your thoughts, Travis, of this kind of strategy whereby you're kind of using titles, and I guess it's not necessarily clickbait. I think what might happen is that, sorry, I tried to ask you a question, and I'm just going to carry on for a second. When you do this, and like it's a live football, people are going to come into your live stream and think, oh, this isn't actually a live stream, this is something completely different, I'm going to drop off. So you may get a lot of turnover of live streaming viewers, but it seems to be keeping some of your viewers in there and are building up a bit of a community here. Sorry, I rambled there, Travis. What have we got to say?
I think you're right, and I like the idea. He's getting massive views for live streams. Like for live streams, massive views,
phenomenal.
So your watch time is going to be nuts. I mean it's a really cool kind of thought. Now, I personally, Denvelop, I think, is a really cool name for a developer.
Yeah, I thought that too.
But since the banner doesn't give me any kind of real indication of like what this channel's about, it'd be great if you just went ahead and said, home of the watch along for. I
like that. That's a nice
something like that. I think it'd be cool, and I think it just makes sense. Like that's what you're doing. It's gives people a kind of an idea of what to expect, and when they're looking at it, much like when we first came across it, we're like, okay, watch along. Does that mean he's going to show it? Whatever. You can kind of give more context elsewhere. And then, of course, if you want, you can follow up after these live streams with a regular video that kind of just talks about, like, does like a recap, and to get even more views and more and that sort of thing. Because I don't know exactly what kind of calls to action you're having during a live stream. Sometimes that's a little bit more difficult because you're trying to hang along and get people to actually subscribe, because you're getting like a lot of views. So it's interesting to see like how many views you're getting in a short amount of time, but I wonder if subscribers are going up or if they're just coming here to watch it and then leaving. If this many people are coming to your live streams, you should be getting a lot of subscribers. So I don't know how long he's been at it. Maybe he hasn't been at it that long and he has all those subscribers in that short amount of time. But regardless, he's doing a lot of content.
It's like almost covering a lot of matches as well.
My God.
Which is wow. Something I've noticed here, which is you've hidden your likes to dislikes on some of the videos.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
And I was maybe wondering what's going on there.
My guess is that has like those are pretty bad, because otherwise the other ones aren't. Like some are.
Yeah. I guess it's like people coming in to watch West Ham versus Tottenham, or as our CEO would say, Tottenham, which is hilarious, and thinking, oh, this is not what I wanted. I'm disliking the video and I'm leaving. So I guess, for vanity metrics, you may want to hide them. So some interesting stuff going on there. And yeah, if you're building up a live stream audience, just engagement, lots of ideas and things going on, asking them questions and just seeing how you can improve the watch time on each of your live streams. But congratulations on the success you've had so far. And wow, that is a lot of content, as we said, a lot of live streaming content. So there's definitely dedication and passion. We'll move on to the next channel. Oh, sorry. Is this a kids channel? Is Copper going to see this as a kids one? I would probably say not. What would you say, Travis?
I don't think so.
Yeah, okay. Pretty easy one to determine on that one. Paw Sneakers is the next one. 250 subscribers. And I think given that you put Paw Patrol in at least one of your titles, it has something to do with Paw Patrol, or maybe kids' toys. Kids playing and dancing, having fun, making brownies, toy giveaway. So again, this is drifting towards toy content. You haven't got an about section. Please fill it in. Travis will give you grimace if you don't fill out your about section.
Guys.
You're new to YouTube there. I mean, you've got, how many videos have you got? Let me sort by that much. You've got, just 12 videos in 2 weeks. So a lot of content. And you've already got 250 subscribers. You've already got triple digit views. I think almost at 1,000 views as well, which is fantastic. Now, one thing I will say about this video, which has got almost 1,000 views, it looks as if you're doing a giveaway of some kind. Just be careful with how you do that giveaway. If you're asking people to like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to your channel in order to enter a giveaway. Technically, that is against YouTube terms of service because you are, let me remember the phrasing for this, artificially manipulating the metrics by doing that. So a lot of people have done it in the past. Will you get caught? Just be careful with what you're doing there because, yeah, you will get a lot more views, but they're not in there. They're not really there to invest in your content. They're there to win a prize. So just be a little careful about that. But generally speaking, Travis, I've talked about all the good stuff. Maybe you can look at the thumbnails, which probably need a bit of work.
Yeah, a little bit. So I'm still unsure, like, what am I getting out of the channel? Like, what exactly is the channel about? So Ryan Toy Review Egg. Oh, toy. Okay, so there's some toy reviews. Okay, it looks like almost all toy reviews. Kids dancing and playing, having fun, making brownies. So sometimes there's toy reviews. Sometimes there's aquarium stuff. So I think, so you're looking, obviously, to me, targeting kids on this. So, of course, all the things we talked about before apply. Yeah, it's learning how to make pizza, mac and cheese. So I'm unsure exactly what I should expect.
Yeah.
If I subscribe, am I going to get kids type content? Am I going to learn how to make food? I mean, what exactly am I getting? So you're doing a pretty good job of getting views and subscribers pretty quickly, which is interesting. But I wonder why they subscribed or which video did they subscribe on, and if they did, are they getting more of the content that they actually subscribed for? My guess is probably not, because you've done a couple of different things. You're doing like stained glass and stuff. So I don't know. I think a more succinct kind of value proposition that we talk about here all the time would be better. Like something that someone knows that if I subscribe to the channel, I know what the type of the next video is going to be. I know what it's going to be about. I know what to expect. And this is why I'm here. So I'm unsure. Dr. Sten says, stained glass and toys, not exactly a great match. And I kind of agree with that. So yeah, I think if you can come up with some clarity there, I think you'd be better off.
Thumbnail wise, if you're talking about toys and you're reviewing them, for example, this one here, some Baby Shark talking toys, that's what you're reviewing, and it occupies barely 10% of the thumbnail. Blow that up, make it the biggest thing on the screen so that people can see. Make it big, bright, beautiful, and colourful. And I don't think you need as big a logo in your thumbnails either. That's far too big and dominant on the page. And as always, do you need text? I would likely say not. So some thumbnail fundamentals to fix there. But Paw Sneakers, for a channel that's just started 2 weeks ago, already 250 subscribers. I think there's some great stuff going on there. And yeah, keep it up. We'll move on to the next channel, which is, oh, and of course, Copper FTC. Yes, that is content made for kids. Blue Jay, hello. 1,300 subscribers for you.
How long have they been around?
And let's...
Well, I mean, it looks to me like they have more subscribers than views, which is always...
Yeah. So we'll raise suspicious. There is one video here with 50,000 views. Something about Fortnite Pop scanning the QR codes, which seems completely detached from everything else, which generally looks to be travel vlogging type stuff. So yeah, you had 2 Funko videos, and then everything else is travel. So I presume you're a travel vlog or content at least. In which case, taking landmarks from the places that you're going, making them big and beautiful is definitely what you're going to want to do. Paris Remastered, I just think as a title, for me trying to understand what the video is about, I wouldn't necessarily understand what that means. So just think about how a title is going to appeal to somebody who's never seen your content before and maybe doesn't understand the concept of remastered. And Blue Jay in Madrid, okay, are people searching for your name on YouTube? Probably unlikely. So sell Madrid a bit more as opposed to you. I think the hero of the videos is going to be the destinations for now, not necessarily you in them. So what was a big thing that happened in Madrid? I mean, did it rain all of the time instead of being really sunny, or was like a certain piece of architecture that wowed you? That's the type of things that may make me click rather than you being in a place. That's great, but I want to know more about the place rather than just blue. I mean, yeah, you're starting a lot of your titles with Blue Jay, and I think that's just a real missed opportunity in terms of content. That's my thoughts there for Blue Jay. Anything else, Travis?
Yeah, tons of things.
Tons of things. Great.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I won't spend a whole bunch of time because it's a lot of the same things. Banner doesn't tell me anything about the channel. The avatar doesn't tell me anything about the banner. Like they're not connected at all. The Funko thing, you almost would have been better off to stick with that on this channel and then make a new channel for the travel stuff. Because the people that subscribed very likely came for Funko stuff, and now they're just not watching anything else. So I think one piece of advice I can give literally everyone in the chat, like literally everyone, I'm going to give you a big piece of advice, and this will answer a lot of questions about content strategy. So listen up. Here it is. If you do something that's off niche and it blows up, much in the same case as here, what kind of channel do you have? I mean, I've asked this question to people that have tried things outside of their niche before, and it instantly like clicks for them. They go, oh, yeah. So I guess if I do a chicken McNugget eating challenge, but my normal video is a vlog, it's just or just tech, and that blows up, you no longer have a tech channel. You now have a chicken McNugget eating channel. So you really need to think about that, and that's kind of what happened here with the Fortnite Pops thing. So, I mean, I would have just continued on with that and then came up with a new channel. But yeah, all the things you mentioned as well.
Who doesn't want a chicken nugget eating channel in their life? Next channel. All right, Travis, tell me what this channel's about, because I just thought it was quite hilarious when I was trying to understand it from looking at all of the images and stuff.
And then Indonesian nature, and then smiles, and okay. Maybe traveling type stuff with some food and some stuff.
It's a challenge, isn't it? I mean, this is what probably the best example of a channel which seems to try to do everything without telling you at any point what the channel is about. I know, again, maybe we're looking at language here, or like destinations in Indonesia that we're not quite familiar with. But yeah, is it a tech channel? Is it a personality channel from the vlog, the channel avatar? Is it a food channel from spreading some really delicious looking jam over bread? I think that's quite a nice thumbnail. Or is it about culture, or somebody getting married? Or is it about this lady traveling to this place, or this lady traveling to this place, or this lady going over this bridge, or this lady eating some food? I just have no idea. And so until you decide what your channel's about, I mean, one of his videos has got 5,000 views. That seemed like it was really good. Could you have done more on the Samosa Ring Road, or is it a food? Is it a food channel? It doesn't look to be, because that one got no views at all. Is it a channel about how to download templates for Adobe Premiere Pro CC? That just came out of nowhere. That video. So decide on what you're going to be as a channel, and obviously make more content, because you had a massive break as well, and now we're apparently a food channel. So I'm really confused by this. Will the about section tell us anything? No, unfortunately, because it's in another language for us.
Probably tells us something, but
yeah. So we'll move on to Indonesia nature. If it is a video about a channel about Indonesian culture, all right, but you probably need to start off with a particular niche to appeal to Travis and myself, who I certainly don't know much about the country, but I wouldn't choose this channel to try and educate me, because I just don't know what I'm going to get from video to video. Yeah. But you've got 1,000 subscribers, so let's just sort by most popular. Is there one video that's really popped? Let's have a look.
Or a couple.
All right, 20,000 views for that one. Women have menstrual problems. So, like, as we delve deeper, what is this channel about? I don't want to go any further, because this may go into inappropriate content. Is this FTC and copper approved? I literally have no idea. I would guess not, because there's no kids or toys involved in this channel at all. Next channel, Thomas R. We've looked at a flight simulator channel last week. Now, Travis, I know you've been saying that people should be hitting Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 hard at the moment, but just look at this channel here with 1,000 subscribers and look at the title. Explain 10, Explain 10, Explain 10. Every single video starts with that titling, and the consistency of the views, 1,000 views for every single video. This channel really knows what its niche is, and it's hitting it every single time. Fantastic. You're doing a bit of experimentation with text or no text. I think that's great to see. I guess my challenge would be to you is, do a little bit of testing, see if your audience is going to be interested in Microsoft Flight Simulator and if there's any news going on. You may want to drop one video in every 5 about that if it's going to be a big topic next year. The thumbnails are fairly good, I see, and where else?
Some look real. This one? Some look really great. So it's funny. This is the third Flight Simulator channel that I personally have dealt with over the last like 2 weeks, and now I want to play Flight Simulator games. So I'm going to see if I can go find a free Flight Simulator game. I know the Microsoft one coming out next year will be free on Xbox Game Pass, so I will be playing that. But having said that, first of all, it's so crazy because these look real, which is great. The flight simulators are amazing. Having said that, I love like the Miracle on the Hudson thing, which harkens back to that guy who landed the plane in the Hudson River and saved everybody.
Sully, I think his name was from the.
So that's really cool. I don't know if he's like recreating that or something, which is cool. But then some of the text on some of these really small. Like I don't really have a problem with text on some of these because some of them give them a little bit of context, which I think is good. But the text is kind of small sometimes, in which case it's going to be kind of hard to read. Having said that, a lot of these thumbnails are excellent. Like they just really look cool. They look super cool. And if X-Plane 10, and I don't know a lot about X-Plane, but if X-Plane 10 is newer or if it's going to have an update or something, then I say go for it. But your banner says flight simulation, which would indicate that you could probably do other pieces of software as well.
Yeah, his about section does say that he does cover all sorts of potential games, I think. I'm sure I thought. Oh yeah, real flight simulator gameplay. So nothing in there about Microsoft Flight Simulator, but maybe that's something to experiment with.
Yeah, I mean, as we talked about, I think it was last week when we looked up the amount of search traffic and everything for that right now, even well in advance, it's tremendous. So if you have an opportunity,
it's starting to trend. So follow the trend with your, I think Travis, you mentioned this before, connected content. Might not be your usual go-to keyword of X-Plane, but it's certainly in your area of influence. We'll move on to making pizza magic with Weird Wild Pizza. You have 30 subscribers and just over 12 videos.
I want to watch these.
Yeah. I guess this is about homemade pizza. Sorry, go on, Travis. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like the Halloween candy pizza looks really cool. I mean, the thumbnails need to be better. In other words, I need a bigger picture. So you're trying to get 4 pictures in one. It's just too small.
Yeah, this bit I don't like. I think you need to get rid of that. Yeah.
And then just make the end result the big thing. Because I actually want to see this. I want to look at these videos. I mean, I love food and I love pizza. And this is an interesting channel to me. Like beyond just, I want to make a cool pizza tonight. Like this is kind of a cool. So I think a lot of times the concept can really win people over in spite of any mistakes you may be making. But the name is right. You're doubling down on the name. Like it's Weird Wild Pizza. I can remember it. So I'll remember when I go to work and go, hey, I saw this really cool channel. It was called Weird Wild Pizza. You're going to remember that. It's really easy because the pizzas are weird, right? So I think there's so much to like about this channel, but there's a lot of improvement that can be made. So the banner needs to be, I think, a little bit more visual. I mean, it's too simple. If you're going to have weird pizza, you should have a bunch of different really cool weird pizzas. If you're not like a super great graphical artist, there's like Fiverr.com. You can get a couple done for a couple bucks. I think your thumbnails, again, the biggest thing is you just need a bigger zoom in of the entire pizza. So if we did like a real quick search for like pepperoni pizza, my guess is most of the results would be like a close-up of the pizza with like a delicious looking, let me eat it pizza.
Let's try pizza review.
So
that wasn't a very good example.
That's why I said example. Pizza. Listen to what I'm saying, Rob. You're taking over now. What are you doing?
What did you want me to do? Pepperoni pizza.
Pepperoni pizza.
Okay. Pepperoni, and then I'll put pizza in after that. Oh, come on.
With me, pepperoni.
There we go.
There you go. Now
that's the one, isn't it? That's the money. That is the money shot. That one.
So forget everything that he just did before this, and let's edit this part out. So this is exactly what I'm talking about. These are the clips. These are the videos that are winning clicks. Because look at that. It makes me want to eat it. Look at that Detroit style.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! Like I'm hungry now, right? This is what you should be aiming for in your thumbnails. So close that you can almost taste it. Literally, my mouth is watering. Can we stop looking at this now? I'm looking.
Yeah. I'm going back.
I literally want that pizza.
Get away from the pizza. All right, so I just want to take this one as an example. Yeah. Halloween candy pizza. Get rid of all the text. This is my suggestion for you. Embrace the freedom of no text on your thumbnails. Zoom in so that you can show the, as you might call it, the incongruency of a pizza that usually you'd see cheese and pepperoni, but on this one you're seeing chocolates and like the spider web thing and the M&Ms or the whatever candy's on there. Because I'm just distracted by the red and white text on each of these thumbnails. So I think that's what you want to experiment with going forward. Take away this bar here of small pictures, this big block of text here because you're just repeating what's in the title, and I think whatever logo thing is in the top right hand corner because I can't tell what it is anyway due to the size of the thumbnails. But as you say, Travis, I think this has got potential, hasn't it? Because it's a small channel, but they know exactly what their niche is. I think of it almost like the Food Network when they have those like Halloween baking challenges or Christmas challenges. It almost feels like one of them channels, but it's based purely on pizza. And I want pizza tonight. So thank you for.
So one of the things about this also is the retention of these videos should be very good if done correctly, because you almost have to watch to the end.
Yeah, that's true.
Potentially. So what I would highly recommend is the ending part of your video to be just the part where you're eating and everything, but make that part quick, because people are only really going to pay attention for the most part. How did you make it? How long do you cook it? Like all that stuff, they're going to stay for. If you make the ending part of the video, which all these videos are short, so I'm sure you're not doing this, but if you make the ending part like, oh, now it's hot and let me wait for it. No one's waiting for that. They might want to see what you think of the taste, and then shortly after that, they're going to try to go. So I would highly recommend making your outro super short and bringing those end screens up for other videos right away so that you can catch them before they go.
Boom, there you are, making pizza magic, and that is the last of our pre-selected channels to review. I just want to check how many people have we got watching right now. 200, usual amount. That's fantastic to see, even though we started late. I do appreciate that. What we're going to do now is the random channel selection of fun, and instead of using a machine this week, I don't know why, we're using a pig and a hammer. I just went to my usual website and now it's changed to this. Let me quickly explain how this works. This is a channel audit list. We've got 220 submissions here. So I will take that 221. I will put that in there. And the next time the hammer hits a pig, we get a number, which is 107.
I like this one better.
Yeah, you prefer that one, 107.
I like this one.
We go to the channel link and then we bash that in the URL. Oh, did I not copy and paste that? Let's try again. Let me get that copy and paste, and we'll just audit the channel, whatever channel it is. Oh, by the way, making pizza, probably definitely not a copper FTC type of channel to worry about. Master 980, over 1,000 subscribers for you. Congratulations. Channel banner, I think that's from Geometry. No, what is it? There's a game. What's it called? Geometry Dash. I think it's from that game. Oh, well, it is Geometry. But the thumbnails are, wow, I think these are just all screen recordings. It looks like from your tablet or phone. That seems to suggest, and they all look as if they're in the wrong orientation as well. My gosh, look how many he's done in the last day. Whoa, there's a lot of content. Wow, okay. You're making too much content here, to be honest. Your subscribers will only get 3 notifications for each of those videos. Whoa, there's a lot of content. What's going on? Really long video. Slow down, video creator. Slow down. Pace yourself. You're going to burn out by next Wednesday if you carry on doing all of this content. I think Geometry Dash seems to do well. I want to know how you've got 1,000 subscribers as well. Have you got one video that's just done really well for your channel? Let's have a look. No. Okay, so I'd be asking the question, how have you got so many subscribers? Did you delete a video that did well? I'm not so sure. You've been creating videos for over 6 months as well, so wow, there's so much stuff. Almost a year. Yeah, so my worry is that maybe you're just screen recording stuff and dumping it straight onto YouTube. It probably needs a little bit more thought, like a better thumbnail. What do you intend to do with this potential video? Like, you're trying to hit subscriber goals for each video. I think you need to worry less about those targets for your audience and try and just. By the way, it looks like they hit 1260, so I think they already hit. Congratulations on that. Yeah, I'm struggling to really make any sense of this channel other than it's a gaming channel of some kind. Yeah, and then of course the thumbnails aren't really enticing at all. I mean, so
Yeah, I just think that there's a lot of work between title and thumbnail. We've kind of discussed a lot of this, but I would say if you look at some of these thumbnails, they don't even look like they're right. Like one of them looks like your notifications for something. I mean, it
so
just doesn't look right.
For all of these videos, for these 13 videos that you've made in the last 24 hours or 48 hours, turn all of that into a single video and put all of your effort into that one video of thinking about who's it going to be for, how am I going to title it, how am I going to create a thumbnail, and how is the video going to be structured, rather than what seems to be like there's hours of live streams in here as well.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, just slow down, think. I mean, you've got the passion. That is clear to see. You're working hard. Just work smarter with your content. Let's move on to the next. No. There we go. I've done it right this time. 19 is the channel we are looking at next. Here we go. I know, Travis, you don't have long, so we'll try and get through as many channels as we can with the time remaining. I'll let you lead on this one, which is Miles Pavon.
Okay. All right. So we see Miles is doing all types of things. I'm guessing that's just like a vlog variety channel just by looking at the banner. No extra bloopers, no entry. Oh, so many no entries. But what does that mean? Does that mean something?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these, almost none of these are going to be something that people will be able to search for. So you basically are hoping that what will happen is enough of your subscribers will watch it so that YouTube will get enough information about it and suggest it to people. That might be a little naive. I think you need to really be thinking about what people are going to see when they see this, and then why would they click? Like what parts of this are going to people who don't know who you are, which is the vast majority of people on YouTube, and what are you going to make them? How are you going to make them click? So let's look at the most viewed video and see what worked previously.
Yep.
I don't know where Nathan went. Let's see. Oh, okay. So so challenges. So people who would look up like penny bar challenges or hard flips and stuff. So that makes more sense. First fake 360. So that probably got recommended based off the other one. So a lot of skateboard stuff. So that stuff worked because there's something to kind of grab onto, at least for YouTube anyway. But then beyond that, the more recent stuff just is kind of whatever. So listen, at the end of the day, if you want to do whatever, that's fine. But if you submit it here, we're going to tell you how to grow. And I would say you need to really come down with some type of niche that makes sense, something that you can do a lot of, and something that people will enjoy, or at the very least be educated on. If it's a matter of teaching people how to skate on a skateboard, that's enough. Literally, that's enough.
I will say this very rarely these days, but this is a channel we could have done with Jeremy on, since he is a skateboard nerd. And now I'm going to just engage in a game called American Tries to Pronounce UK town names. Travis, how would you pronounce this?
Chilling at Harrogate.
So it's Harrogate. I'm from Huddersfield, which is like 15 miles away from Harrogate. So yeah, funny stuff there. Sorry, Travis, but I do enjoy doing that. Right, let's smash the pig again for 61. And this is a gaming channel called Thick K Recruits. They've added an extra K there for some reason. And the channel is at 50 subscribers. Congratulations to you. You are suggesting via your channel banner that you are a Rainbow Six Siege channel, which is absolutely fine. And you recently, you've maybe come back to YouTube recently after a big old break. So Rainbow Siege 6 Recruit Time, Rainbow Six Siege Big Thick Rook, Rainbow Six Siege. Now, is Rainbow Six / Siege a search term? And sometimes you have a space in there as well. So I think check what is the most popular search keyword for Rainbow Six. Make sure you have that in your title every time. Yeah. Thumbnails are completely contrasting. I'm not saying they're necessarily bad. Some are better than others, but they all look as if they're from completely different video creators, so more consistency there. And I guess, why would I be clicking on these? Rainbow Six Siege Recruit Time. I don't really understand what that means as a complete layman. Is that like how to increase recruit time or faster recruit time? Maybe be a bit more strategic with your titling as well. Travis, I know you're going to have to go in like virtually 10 seconds. So what are your thoughts on this channel?
Well, I think I feel like some of this is being it's being framed as if he already has 100,000 subscribers, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll see channels that are much bigger that will do thumbnails like this and titles like this. But the reason they can and do is because they can leverage their subscriber base
Absolutely.
to get the first amount of views so that YouTube then knows what the video is about, and then they get suggested out. When you're a much smaller channel, doing that doesn't tend to work. And, you know, at the end of the day, 25 views on a 50 subscriber channel is not terrible by any means.
Nope.
Having said that, it's going to be much harder for you to grow in any kind of significant way unless you're in front of a lot more people. Like, you've got to be doing a lot more. You have to have a whole bunch more views than you have subscribers in order to continue to grow when you're smaller. So quite frankly, I would rethink this a little bit. Look at some of the smaller Tom Clancy Rainbow Siege channels that are out there and see how they're doing it. And then just try to kind of figure out your own kind of flavor on that, your own kind of twist, and do more of it. Like, I like some of the thumbnails, but by the same token, like, I'm guessing that he didn't draw them. So then the question is, like, where'd you get them from? And, you know, I don't know. So something to consider.
Yeah, I mean, if you did draw them, they're fantastic. You could almost do a channel in itself of like how you drew them.
Yeah, if you did that, then
you did them,
do more of them.
Yeah. All right. Do we have to say goodbye to you, Travis? Or are you hanging around?
I'm going to wait for the email to come in. If the email doesn't come in, we'll just go for a little bit longer.
That is dedication, folks. Thank you, Travis. We'll carry on and smash the pig a little bit more for some numbers to check out. Channels 105. We're looking at top game clips. Ooh, does that mean you're a montage channel of other people's content? I know I'm jumping to conclusions there, and I shouldn't do, but you have over 100 subscribers. And so Death Stranding epic fail moments. Oh my god moments from Death Stranding. And then some Fortnite stuff. So it's like a montagey type channel. All right. There's nothing wrong with that, but just consider this. You are doing nothing new. There are a lot of channels that do this type of content. Why should I choose top game clips with 115 subscribers versus a channel that is well established that does this and gets hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views a day? That's my challenge and my question to you. It looks as if your Death Stranding epic fails and moments are doing far better than anything else. I mean, they have 250 views, both of them here, and then versus Modern Warfare that only has 11. Although this one here is the Death Stranding and it didn't get that many views. I think every time you include, I've forgotten his name, he's a person from The Walking Dead, some Norman Reedus, I think. Like when he's in the thumbnail, it looks as if you get more views because of that. So that might be something to think about as well. And I think the thumbnail quality is generally high, but yeah, it's just, I look at this channel and I think same old thing in a very competitive market. And I'm trying to say that in as constructively as possible, not to criticize particularly. Anything else there, Travis? Or
I think you're right. It's the thumbnails look great. It's definitely something that it looks like he's kind of paid some attention to. However, you're 1,000% right. Like, why would I watch this versus, you know, the other million channels that are out there doing kind of the same thing? And the answer to that is always use your personality. Now, the question is, are you using your personality in a way that makes that work? I hope so, because that's literally the only advantage you have. But it's a big one, is that no one else is you. So if you can leverage the cool things that your friends like about you, maybe it's your sense of humor, maybe it's your take on things, and you're actually leveraging that in your videos, you have a much better chance of succeeding.
And I would also say as well that you have they all like epic moments or epic kills, which is kind of like a summary of what the video is about. Rather than doing that, take a highlight from one of the events or the funny moments or like the epic kills and have that as your thumbnail, because you don't need to tell a person everything that happens in a video. If you just tell them one crucial thing, that will compel them to click to find out what else goes on in the videos. So rather than just having Death Stranding epic fail moments, it might be I don't know, like a moment where, like, obviously swearing there, so maybe did he really do that? And that's kind of like a bit more cryptic as a way to stop the person from scrolling and then clicking on the video. Anyway, we'll move on to the next channel, which is 72 here now, and I'm going to need to update the number on the random pig smasher. Next time we are looking at the Dog Tamer 2.0. If this is a channel about taming dogs, and it's like the evolution of such a thing. Brilliant. If it's not, I have no idea what the channel's about. All right, okay. How to get the international fedora on Roblox. Okay, so is this a Roblox channel? It looks like it, certainly. Is the Dog Tamer, does that have anything to do with Roblox, or is that just your channel name? I'm not sure. I guess the two aren't necessarily.
At first, I thought maybe you found the new channel you would be watching, but you know,
certainly need that after today. You're not wrong there. Okay, so it's a Roblox channel, I think, and you've got a lot of promo codes, or like how to get. Is this hat of particular importance in this game? It seems very niche, and there's nothing wrong with that on YouTube. Like if you want to tell people how to get a fedora hat in Roblox, and that's your entire channel, and you get lots of views, then great. But you're not getting that many views with your 100 subscribers at the moment. What are we thinking, Travis? Here, I just think maybe.
I mean, at least he's changing the thumbnail up a little bit. I mean, listen, a fedora is a nice hat. I'm not going to lie to you, but I mean, come on now.
We should get that as merch for the channel.
I mean, let's see. My goal on YouTube is success. Well, that's great. I will try to avoid both. I love when people put the drama in their about page. I also make videos of gameplays and event tutorials on my channel. Thank you for taking time to read this. I'm also a kid-friendly and family-friendly channel. I'm going to focus on Lumen Legacy videos. Oh, what that is. What is Lumen Legacy?
I think that probably needs updating because you certainly don't seem to be doing that content now.
Yeah.
This hat, I'm just mesmerized by this hat. It keeps coming up.
The hat is fire. You know what you need to do as a tip of the hat live stream is get a cheap fedora and wear it in a future video. And then only people that are here in the live stream will know what it is.
And then they get
fedora in the comment section.
They get a special fedora discount at vidIQ.
And you can say if you know what this is about, leave a comment below. If you don't know, well, I mean, maybe you should be in our live streams and enjoy.
Yep. So we're thinking Roblox. Whatever this. I think how to get the international fedora as a title doesn't work. I think that needs to be tweaked a little bit. Maybe including Roblox a little bit more in the titling would help you out here. I mean, we talk about going niche, but I think this is a little too nuanced for me to fully comprehend there. Sorting by most popular, seeing what's working on Roblox and doubling down there. And I think the thumbnails generally need to be improved a little bit. So I used to do this starburst style thing on my thumbnails when I was just learning how to do it. Yeah. But it does make it look... This is kind of like YouTube thumbnail style 2013, 2014. It's a little outdated these days, and maybe Fortnite as well. So what would we suggest here? I feel as if we haven't given any advice here for the channel.
Yeah, I think it's because we just don't know what this particular creator is trying to accomplish, and I think it would be better for them to rethink like what kind of videos they want to make a year from now, because I'm doubting it's going to be about fedoras for the next year.
I agree. Okay, just before we select the next channel, I just want to tell all the 213 people who are watching, if you didn't see this at the start of the show, vidIQ is now having a Black Friday deal that's going on right now. You can upgrade your account from free to pro or pro to boost and get 40% off for the next year. So if you think about pro, which is that would make pro around about $6 to $7. It depends if you go month to month or yearly, and it will make the boost, depending again if you go month to month or yearly, down to around about $30 a month. So we are not going to be doing this type of deal again. We don't usually do big sales. So if you want to get 40% off in the next week, this is your opportunity. And with that a little plug that's gone on there, let me now.
We got a super chat just a minute ago.
Sorry, what was that?
I think we got a super chat.
Oh, we did. Yeah, I actually heard that. Yeah. Okay. Let me just do this. Set that. Smash this. Get that number. And have a super chat. What was the super chat? You're right, I did hear it. It is from East Coast Gamers, $5 Canadian. Thank you. I live in Vancouver. That means I can spend it. Didn't even have to review my channel, and I got a lot of amazing advice to take away with me. Thank you very much. Boom! Thank you. You are welcome. That's what we always. Well, I forget to tell people this, but even if your channel doesn't get audited, take the advice that we're giving you because it applies to so many channels, generally speaking. So, East Coast gamers, let's just quickly check what your channel is. Let's hope that you got 1 million subscribers, and we're not going to audit your channel because that would mean we're auditing channels based on super chats. But look, you're getting up to 1,000 subscribers here, which is great to see, and like you're getting some nice views here, concentrating on Fortnite and things like that. A lot of live streaming, but yeah, keep going there, and hopefully you'll reach 1,000 subscribers maybe by the end of the year. Congratulations to you. Thank you for the super chat. Right, where were we? 71. Okay, 31. I need to get this number here.
You know, it'd be great. I wish I had it. If we played the crashing glass from Stone Cold every time you hit the pig.
I do have. I have got that sound effect. I have got that sound effect.
That's
but
great.
It just doesn't have the music. Here it is. I mean, Travis can't hear that, but I do have the music there. I've also got a Jasper sound effect that's going on right now. So
real life.
Yeah. I'm risking it here, Travis. I know you may need to get pulled away.
No, I'm fine.
But I need to sort out my dog. So this is wrestling right down your street. I'll be back as soon as possible to sort out Jasper.
Okay. So Super Cards Season 5. So this is wrestling oriented, but it's not like actual wrestling. I believe it's the Super Card. I think it's either a digital game or the actual card. I don't really know that much about it, but I do know some of the wrestlers that are being shown there, especially in the banner, which is cool. I play WWE Super Card and watch Big Jim. He's got a shirt that says that's fantastic. Look at him doing the merch plug. I love it. So the question then is, okay, what can we do with this channel? I think some of the thumbnails are better than others. Obviously, since it's WWE related, you do want to like double up and lean into that. There's been a couple times where you have some wrestlers in that are really clear and obvious to see, and then some that are a little bit zoomed away. Like Triple H, you can kind of tell that it's Triple H, but he's zoomed so far away that it would be better if he was much bigger. I do like the way some of these thumbnails make sense with the title. Like, you won't believe the luck I got from these. And the expression is great. Like, it totally matches up with the title. And I think telling a story between the two is very important because it makes people have a connection where they actually want to click on the actual link. So real quick, thumbnail keeps people from scrolling. So your thumbnail should be something brightish or at least something eye-catching that gets people to stop from scrolling. Because when someone comes to YouTube, they end up on their homepage with a bunch of recommended things. You want them to get to stop scrolling. Now, in order to win the click, your title has to be engaging. And for some of you, you want some heavy SEO. But my recommendation is to put the part that is really engaging at the very first part of the title with the SEO stuff towards the end. That's different from what you're hearing from other creators, but the reason for that is very simple. A lot of these titles are getting truncated, as you can see, the Vanguard Tier Giants update, and I don't know what the rest of it is, and none of that really kind of grabs me. However, if it was like, this is the card you need, and then had the rest of it, then that's the part I can see, I'm interested, I click, and I'm in, right? So I would rotate some of that around, like this could be the end of the channel, like that's really compelling stuff, so I want to click it, right? I would probably have your picture, maybe just your face, because you're zoomed out a little bit too much, and the orange, the color you chose there, I don't think it's a good color. But other than that, like, that's a great title. It's an engaging title. People clicked it, and as you can see, view-wise, it did very well for your channel. So that in of itself, if you can trigger the people that are subscribed to you, then it's going to get an opportunity to be suggested out later on to other people. So incredibly important to think about these things, especially when you have a subscriber base you can trigger, which is essentially making them click. So with some of these other thumbnails, there's some that kind of throw me, like there's the primal card, which looks more dinosaurish, and I know that might be part of the game. I'm not incredibly familiar with the game, so it's not like I can talk super knowledgeable about it, but it's so far out of left field for me that I'm kind of like, the connection between that and WWE is a little bit hard for me to make, and if I'm scrolling, I might just think it's Jurassic Park, and I might just keep going. So if there's a way to make that more WWE-ish, I don't know how you would do that, but whatever the case may be, that might be an actual thing you want to concentrate on when you have these special cards that are completely different. I understand like what you went for, and that's cool, but it would be better, I think, to lean in on the faces and stuff that people know. And as far as the banner, a couple quick things. Number one, make sure it's mobile safe. That means bringing up on your phone, your smartphone, bring up your channel and see where it gets cut off, because the banner at the top of the YouTube desktop is completely different than mobile. It gets cut off completely differently. So make sure everything is in the middle, kind of like third or so of the banner. And then secondarily, the purple, I like purple, but it'd be interesting if it had something a little bit more textured instead of just a plain purple color, like something with like a little bit of texture behind it, maybe the championship belt. I mean, something kind of interesting if you want to keep it purple. I mean, you may not want to keep it purple. It's really up to you. But other than that, I think you did a pretty good job. You're getting some pretty good views for your channel size. A channel size like this should be trying to get around 100 to 200 views, and that's what you're getting. So I think that does it for what I had to say.
Travis, you always do an awesome job filling. You're probably always wondering, when is he coming back? When is he coming back? I'm running out of things to say. Okay, let's pick the next one. I agree with everything that Travis just said, by the way. Right, okay, next channel is, let's have a look. Let's have a look at what we got. See here. Oh, hello.
Oh, there we go.
I need the warning. I need a warning noise, or like alert, or the alert noise. We've got generic channel banner alerts here. This is one of the ones that you can choose from Google Photos. Change that for your channel. Eternal Gamming. Is it gaming, I assume? You're also missing all of your tabs as well. In order to fix that, you need to, on this screen, as you're logged in as the channel owner, you'll have customized channel. You click on that, and then I think you got to click on the settings cog as well, and you'll get a pop-up that says customize layout, and then you can customize your layout and add all of the extra tabs. I've made a video on this, I just haven't released it yet, on how to fix that problem. I guess it's a channel about gaming. You've just started on YouTube, it looks like, so welcome to this adventure. You got over 20 subscribers, which is great to see. Yeah, so you've been on YouTube for about a month now. What is your channel about? I think that's the question you need to answer yourself. And once you know the answer to that, then start selling that to your audience. Just for example, if you got a video about Pixel Gun 3D, all right, Roblox, fine. But then the Philippines national anthem, I don't know where the connection is there on that. But welcome to YouTube, and we hope you have a fantastic journey on there. Anything to add there, Travis? Or
no, I think you got it.
Are you on strike after the last channel, which you had to do so much talking about? Okay, number 38 is the next channel we have here. We've also got a super chat that's coming in as well. We'll take a look at that after this channel. Let's have a look at what we have next. It is BLT Gamers. Over 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations. It's either a channel about bacon, lettuce, and tomato, or it's about Apex Legends here, apparently. All right, then. So I'm going to have a bit of a challenging question for you. I can see that you got over 1,000 subscribers, but you're getting 1% of those people to watch your content along with the rest of the YouTube audience. Something isn't quite working here. Is this because you've pivoted? Because on the face of it, your thumbnails look fairly enticing. But all right, so you got 1,000 subscribers, but your most viewed video is just over 1,000 views. Yeah. So where have all those subscribers come from?
It's been a really slow grind, but even that, kind of interesting.
I think your titling needs to be stronger, and maybe your game focus, because in the last week you've done videos on Call of Duty, Fortnite, and Apex Legends. I just don't think a channel can sustain that many games unless you're a well-established channel, because we still don't know as a viewer what is your superpower, what makes you the go-to channel for Call of Duty or Fortnite or Apex Legends. And I think you need to establish that first as a creator before trying to cover all of these games. I think the thumbnails are okay. There's a lot of consistency there with the logo in the bottom left-hand corner. It's kind of blurred look sometimes, and then the text, when used, is consistent, but it's I guess the other thing here is as well as what distinguishes you, as we've asked this for another channel, what distinguishes you from all of the other first-person shooters out there? I mean, you got some really nice graphics and layout there, but it just doesn't seem to be really kicking off yet for the channel, Travis. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you're right. The colors and stuff are there. It almost seems kind of suspicious. So in that things aren't going out or people aren't liking it, you might want to look at your click-through rate. My guess is your impressions aren't even that high because the views are so low. So here's the thing for people in the chat that think that like sub for sub and stuff is a good idea. This is what you a lot of times end up with. Now, to be clear, I'm not saying this particular creator has engaged in sub for sub, but this is what it would look like.
Yeah,
to have a sub for sub channel where you might have 1,000 subscribers and like 20 views. So forget about that. Just don't bother doing that. Learn how to grow the way we're kind of teaching you. I wouldn't change too much in the thumbnails. I think finding one particular game and hammering that nail for as long as possible would probably be your best bet at this point. Find an upcoming game that's coming and swing for the fences.
I think maybe like a subtle change you can make is, for example, here Apex Legends Season 3, auto best shotgun, but then the thumbnail doesn't really show you that. I mean, you can see a gun, but it's just a game screenshot, whereas this one, you can clearly see an item or an object. It's much more established in the thumbnail. So maybe when you're talking about certain objects or achievements, like the harpoon gun here, I can't see the harpoon gun at all in this thumbnail. So that would be another example of where you might want to just think a little bit more about what you're showing the potential viewer first off on your thumbnail to entice that click. We'll move on to another channel here. Oh, did I 161, right? Let me just check. I did change that. Right. That's fine. That's okay. We need to change it again after this channel, which is apparently a channel about prepping, whatever that means as a channel description. It is plant-based homestead prepper. That is a very specific channel name.
Very specific.
The channel banner looks like a thumbnail, so I think you maybe need to tweak that one a little bit. All of this text on the channel banner is a bit too much. I think you need to minimize all of this and tell us what the value proposition is in about 5 or 6 words, because I'm still not sure what the channel's about. Plant-based homestead prepper. I'm going to have to go to the about section here, try and work out what this channel's about. Okay, so he obtained his certification as a life coach, a level 1 music producer, and released his first book. So he's an author, a musician, and a life coach. And he started a weight loss journey. So there's so many things in the description, but that still doesn't tell me what so this description is all about you.
Yes.
I'm going to be honest. Right now, as a viewer just swiping through YouTube, I don't care about you. And I'm just trying to give you the perspective of a viewer. What is in it for me? Am I going to be motivated from your content? Am I going to learn how to produce music from your content? Am I going to lose weight by watching your content? I want to know what's in it for me. So think of it from the viewer's perspective. What are they going to get out of it?
Yes.
That's how I would rewrite your description.
Yes.
This video is absolutely terrible. You need to delete that now. Sorry, I don't know why. Yeah. I'm joking, of course. Congratulations on the 500 subscribers. So, preppers prepping food. So is it about preparing a certain type of food for a certain diet? Prepping on a budget? Or is it about prepping certain things? That's what I'm a little lost on. What is the channel about? I can't work it out after 90 seconds of searching through this now. Feels like it's got a food slant to it, but it's not strong enough in the content.
People do this, by the way. I love when people do this, where they go, I'm going live until we hit a certain amount of subs. That was a week ago. But obviously we
tried that and it didn't work.
It didn't work. Yeah, don't try that. Yeah, I agree. Like just kind of understanding more about what I'm going to get. Like I like the idea behind it, but I'm unsure if you're actually some of it's there. Obviously you are prepping some stuff. So there is some stuff. It's just not obvious by the thumbnails and by kind of, for me, it's the thumbnails. Like I figure if it's going to be food prepping, I should see food. I don't see food like almost anywhere. I see some fruit. I see you. And then I see some giveaway stuff and the Jennifer show and going live and talking live and like, okay. So I would love to know, like, what if I am a homestead prepper, whatever, I don't even know what that means. But if I am, and I come here and I really want to get a lot of content, I want to binge, am I going to be able to do that?
Yeah. We've been talking for about 2 minutes now about trying to work out what this channel is about. We still don't know. So your challenge as a video creator is to be able to turn all of this into a 10-second pitch about what your channel is through the channel banner and through all of the thumbnails. We got some super chats here. Let me just have a quick look at these. So, how to FAQ. Great to see you encouraging smaller channels. That's what we do here. It doesn't matter the size of a channel. We'll audit it. We did one of 5 million subscribers last week, and I think we've done channels with sometimes 1 or 2 subscribers. We're happy to audit channels of any size. So, yeah, appreciate that. And happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for the video advice. That is something I wanted to ask you, actually, Travis. What are you thankful for at this time of year, other than the Black Friday deal that we've got going right now?
That's an amazing deal. I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for all of the people here in chat. My life changed when I started to work for vidIQ. It gave me an opportunity to really become more of a creator on a daily basis, and also help out other creators, and in doing that, learn more. And I'm so incredibly thankful for that. I'm incredibly thankful for my family. I'm incredibly thankful for Nathan. I'm thankful for all the things. I really am. And thank you for always coming and being so encouraging in chat. Without you, we wouldn't be doing this. Literally.
I'm thankful for the FTC and copper. Oh, no, wait, sorry, I'm not a lawyer. I am thankful for YouTube. And I know YouTube is going through tremendous growing pains right now, but the fact that I can broadcast in Vancouver along with somebody in Seattle to an entire global audience of 200 people right now, and have a privilege to get paid to do it. My commute is literally 5 steps from one room to another. And it's all because of YouTube. So I am thankful for the platform. I'm thankful for the fact that some of you are inspired by what we do here. And I think I mentioned in a video maybe a week ago in that if our legacy here is to have inspired people to create videos and impact lives, then we've done our job, and I will be forever grateful for YouTube and the internet as a whole for allowing us a platform to do that essentially for free. And of course, I'm thankful for every single person here who is contributing to the live stream right now. I mean, folks, if you want to tell us what you're thankful for in the live stream right now. I mean, we're approaching the hour and a half now. So yes, we're probably going to have a mass exodus of people as we do this, but that's fine. We're just so appreciative, and I do apologize that we went a little late today, but we'll read out whatever you're thankful for, as long as it's PG, of course, in the chat. So yeah, for people who don't know what it is, I mean, Travis, I'm not even American, so our Canadian Thanksgiving was back in October, but just briefly tell people what Thanksgiving is. It feels to me like Thanksgiving is bigger than Christmas in the US, but nowhere else. In
some ways, yeah. I mean, it's, for me, I love Thanksgiving perhaps more than Christmas because I get to eat. It's a great opportunity that I'll just talk about the ritual, not so much the history. Is basically when, generally speaking, when you get together with your family, you eat a tremendous amount of food and you just talk about the things you're thankful for, and really the time for reflection. So, I mean, really, literally anyone in the world can do it. There are specific reasons that America does it, but beyond that, it's really, it's one of my favorite times because you do get to really reflect, be thankful, eat some great food, usually see friends and family. A lot of times when you don't get to see them during the course of the year, so people will travel to go see their family. So I absolutely love Thanksgiving for that, for sure. Okay, a few people who were just saying what they're thankful for. I think Venture was thankful for being able to see their family. Somebody is just thankful for still being monetized, which I thought was quite funny. CG7 is thankful for the Tesla Cybertruck. If you want to be thankful for anything, that's perfectly fine. Sherard Gaming, is that your name? I think it's Sharidi Gaming. I'm thankful for my mother surviving her ordeal in hospital, which she expected not to survive, and it's a year that my partner as I start of December, he really is my rock. Sorry, that went very quickly there. I just got it in the chat, but yeah, these things beyond like YouTube and like thinking about the things that really impact your life beyond like your hobbies and your pastimes and the things that really matter. That's what you're thankful for. Absolutely. What else have we got? Thankful for the opportunity. Someone's thankful for cheese. This right answer right here. Hybrid Derpy Alec. Thankful for vidIQ. Yes. That's what's going to get you a lot of love. Thank you very much. Exploring with Riley TM is thank you that we're all alive.
to the miracle of life, of course, indeed. And what else? Thank you for the channel helping me out, and thankful for a smooth transition in every area of my life from You Are Accepted. I'm going to start the music now, and when that music finishes, we will say goodbye. So we're going to do a couple more shouts outs. American Prepper XJ, thankful for your kids. I was thankful for my dog Jasper until this morning when he decided to eat something and would not let it up. Now I just want to throw him out and cast him into the world. I'm joking, of course. I would never do that to my puppy. We're thankful, of course, here at vidIQ for our moderators who do an awesome job every single week. That includes Paul Peck Drywall and Christina Smallhorn, who have been a moderator, and I think Dr. Sten's also been in here at some point. Thankful for dressing gowns, awkwardly Kim. Dressing gowns do rock. I agree with that, especially when you need to take your dog out for a business at 4 a.m. in the morning. Quizzes TZ, my son's name is Jasper. I'm
Nice.
sorry that he is cursed. I'm joking, of course. What else have we got here? Just thank you for vidIQ. Travis, any more? Are you seeing anything pop up in the chat here?
Yeah, it's people being thankful for each other, which is great. The vidIQ family, which is what we are. And
Absolutely.
FYI, for those of you that this is your first time here, we don't normally stream at this time of day. So next time it'll be a little bit earlier, but we're really thankful that we got to meet you maybe for the very first time.
And of course, vidIQ community, if you want to carry on this conversation, you now have the opportunity through the Discord server. There is a link expiring in 24 hours, so this is just for you folks. If you want to talk more about all of the YouTube stuff that's going on right now, Travis is kind of leading this, and we're kind of experimenting. We do almost like a soft launch here to get the people in who are going to make a real impact before we open it up to the masses. And you folks, because you spend this time on a live stream, are one of the most important factors of vidIQ, so do check out that link if you want to. Hurrah! Discord says HFS the artist, heaven there. Folks, as always, time is the most important currency in the world, and you just spent some of that with us, and we hope that we provided value to you with that time. Think of that when you're doing content for your audience. Make sure you provide a value for them every single time you make videos, because not only is the content for you, it is as much for your audience as well. With that being said, make sure to check out vidIQ on all the social media platforms. Make sure to check out our Black Friday deal, which expires 6 days from today. 40% off. You will not get that opportunity again this year. Travis, awkward waves, say goodbye. We will see you all at the usual time when I have power next week. Ciao for